What's up, friends? Today we're taking a look at Super Lady by I-DLE. We'll be looking at it from the perspective of a producer and songwriter, so expect a couple pauses to go over specific elements of the song. Really strong intro, like belted vocals, drums going off. You got some marching drums in there. Also, I think it's really cool that they have like these acoustic guitar stabs. They feel very like Latin in vibe. And then the bass line comes in and it's just like super funky, super groovy. Great way to start a fempowerment song with just a ton of power. Just really intensity, you know?
Boy, 그렇게 피게 어서 우리 love 따분하게 뻗어 여기 what 잡이 따윈 없어 날 맞는다면 say it 남자들이 보는 가시 억소리는 그 사치 용을 조금 흔들리든 멋이 ready to shoot.
Going into this rhythmic section with the vocals, some great vocal performances from both members here. A nice blend of kind of more of that hip-hop rhythmic thing into a more sung but rhythmic type of feel. Also, I really like what they're doing in the background with the production there, where you have that acoustic guitar, right? So they have that played and then they reversed it. So that's why you hear that like it sounds so interesting and so cool. I love that electronic application to an organic instrument. Very big fan of that. Love doing that in my own work as well, just like really changing up these organic sounds and finding new ways for them to express themselves. Okay, I love this pre-chorus, and there are things that they're doing here that are very different from what you would normally expect from the K-pop genre, and I want to point out what those things are. So first off, we have an electric guitar instead of a synth. A lot more guitar-driven stuff in this song than synth-driven stuff, and synth-driven is what we normally expect from K-pop, right? So you've got an electric guitar doing just the lowest notes on that electric guitar to kind of build in this area. You got the belt, which is very typical of a K-pop pre-chorus. Works really well for this pre-chorus. Brings a lot of power to the section to help build into the chorus. Also, you're going to notice that as we build into that section, at one point everything cuts off when we get the vocal. That's pretty normal. And then we have this kind of reversed, really reverby sound that kind of builds in and takes us into that next section. But we don't go directly into that section. Instead, we get this really cool string melody that brings us in to the actual section. And now we're dropping a bunch of the elements. So instead of build, and then we have a really full sound, we're building, and then we're dropping the elements down, which is more typical of I-DLE, but not as typical in the K-pop genre as a whole. Like we've heard I-DLE do this a few times, but it's not like a thing you hear a lot throughout all K-pop music, or even in pop music. This is a little less common of a technique.
Lady, call me super lady. Follow ladies, I want ladies, super ladies. 하나, 둘, 셋.
Okay, that chorus, super fun. Focusing in on that fempowerment aspect of Super Ladies, we've got a synth texture that is creating that pulsing bass line. You know, some really simple drums, vocals just focusing on that Super Ladies vibe. Really electronic, really interesting, really dark sounding. It feels like we're in a minor key. I'm going to guess E minor, not 100% positive on that. And we have, again, that really interesting string element, that melody that was introduced coming into that chorus, coming back in toward the end of that chorus, which is fun.
Mama said 너 언젠가 세상을 멈출 그 컵에 질린 눈빛도 참 못했으니까 그 눈빛은 패왕색 패기 여왕의 자질도 베리 백인 백이다 기절한 각성이 겁먹은 대표 그래 빼는 게 없거든 do you know
What I like about this verse, we've got two different rap flows going on. One is a lot slower, a lot broodier, and then the next one has a much faster rhythm. During the slow one, we have a very similar production arrangement setup that we had in the verse. And then going into that second part, we've cut out quite a few elements. We've taken out that reversed guitar, and we just have that bass line and the drums, and we have a lot of the higher frequency end drums like the hi-hats taken out to make a lot of room and create a lot of clarity for that faster vocal so we can keep track of what it's saying. Something you have to pay attention when you're doing hip hop is how clear is the vocal at this particular moment and what can I do in the production to increase the clarity of the vocal in that moment. Both of their vocal performances are superb. They're both great rappers. That's not in question. What's in question is how can we highlight how great these vocals are? I've been working with a lot of rappers recently with my latest hip-hop album that I've been working on. And I've seen a lot of necessity for doing things like that.
do you know 불길이 타본 적도 그 어떤 놈보다 멋지게 누구보다 멋지게 뛰어들 테지 더 뜨겁게 독하다 해 That's my name I never go my way yeah. Lady call me super lady
I love the alarm in the background too.
Follow ladies, all ladies, super ladies. Let go and fearless, we came to take win. Back it up.
Kind of a dubstep feel right here.
Back it up. Back it up. Everybody say. 누가 우리 부른다면 yes, it's super fast. 누가 우리 만난다면 yes, it's super nice. 누가 봐도 우린 yes, stronger than Superman. Yes sir, I got superpower. Yes sir, I'm a.
Okay, very YG outro with that marching aspect to it, with those kind of marching drums in the background. I really like how we went from this more dubstep drop type of vibe, this halftime drop with that dubstep feel. Not quite the wobble of the dubstep, but the that you kind of expect, that descending bass line. And then we go and seamlessly transition from that into the marching aspect of the finale. Song's really cool. I like the dark aspect. I like how it's got that fempowerment feel, but it's also really feeding into that kind of darker aesthetic. Really interesting in terms of just visuals that were presented. In the Wife music video, we've got all white, and here we've got black as kind of the primary visual aspect we're seeing. We're still seeing some whites to kind of accent it, but for the most part it's very black, which is kind of that opposition to Wife. Overall, great stuff here. Really liked the dark fempowerment aesthetic that they were going for. This I'm the best, I can take everyone down, I'm powerful, I'm hot, I'm the stuff. Yeah, and I hope that you enjoyed my thoughts on this song. If you're thinking, wow, I'd really love it if Kevin reviewed this whole album, I'm waiting to do album reviews until I hit 1,000 subscribers on this channel. So if you're wanting me to do album reviews, I heavily encourage you to subscribe to the channel and also tell your friends about what I'm doing so that we can get to the point where it makes sense for me to do album reviews here on this channel. Hope you enjoyed this video. Really love it if you checked out my music. I'm applying a lot of these same principles there as well. Here's a link. Thanks so much. Catch you on the flip.
Todo lo que pido, quédate con